Hi everybody, this is me Anu Malik and you're watching BollywoodHungama.com. Keep on watching Bollywood Hungama with Anu Malik. You're going to love this interview because east to west, Anu Malik is the best.
It's a huge privilege to have one and only one Anu Malik with us on BollywoodHungama. His movie Laga Haisha is coming up, his first YRF film. It's a pleasure having you on BollywoodHungama first of all. And how does it feel, first YRF film for you?
Absolutely fabulous.
Ji.
First YRF film, I would say it's a magical moment for me for two reasons. One, that I could get a chance to work with YRF, Aditya Chopra, Manish Sharma, whose first film it is as a producer, Sharat Kataria, who's the director. And this is the first time I'm working with a lyric writer called Varun Grover. And if you've heard the album and the comments and the critics, you know, it's been given 4 out of 5 stars. And the way they have written about me as a composer, one of the critics writes, if the people felt that Anu Malik is over, he sounds a huge warning through this music. I think I took that as a personal compliment because for 10 long years, I was without work. Right from 2004 to 2014, I approached, knocked at various doors seeking work because I believe there's no harm in asking for work. But the very people I worked with, they weren't there. But when I knocked on Aditya Chopra's door and I had been knocking for a long time, I got this call from Aditya Chopra one fine evening, I would say. I was driving across from town, I had reached Bandra and this message flashed on my phone. Anuji, can you come over and meet me at 6:30 p.m. today? I drove like the wind because I was hungry and I just wanted to know what is in store for me. I was led into his cabin, into his office, into his room, and I sat down and there I met Aditya Chopra, who said, I'm thinking of a film. The moment he said that, I found it a very surreal moment, a moment that, like they say, time stands still because I was starved, I was hungry for work, and here was this great director, great human being telling me, go and meet Manish Sharma and Sharat Kataria. If you can convince them, the film is yours. And mind you, in a time today where you get only one film, just one song. There are 20 composers in one whole film. Someone is composing on the rap, someone is doing an item number, someone is going to do a love song. Here was this gentleman who was offering me the entire soundtrack, and that very minute I decided in my mind, I'm not going to let YRF down. I'm not going to let Aditya Chopra down because I'm a big fan of this banner. They've had some great musicals. And I'm going to give a music that's going to have a shelf life. We've had innumerable sittings. There's been so much hard work, so many late nights, very early mornings, right from the tune formation to the sound production to the mixing. I've been sitting at it. You don't get this kind of response unless you're there at the helm of affairs. Finally.
Absolutely. You got this Filmfare Award for Mehuna. I think beautiful songs. They're still very fresh. Janeman was excellent.
If you talk about these kind of films, Janeman, you should not forget Ashoka, Aks. They were trend-setting numbers, trend-setting music. And I've done it all.
My question was that why is it that you felt that the industry, it had these...
You should go and ask the producers. You should go and ask this. You should have an interview calling all the producers and directors that when a man gives you Janeman, when a man gives you Ashoka, when a man gives you Aks and Filhal and Fiza and gives you from Bazigar to Border to Refugee, he gets Filmfare Awards. He's nominated 14 times in the Filmfare Award category. What happened? I'm not blaming them.
You've done
I've never asked
with Farah Khan and Mehuna.
Yeah, but I never asked her this.
Farah didn't.
Yeah, but no problem. We are friends. We're very good friends, I and Farah. But I'm not going to ask her. I said, come on, let's work together. What happened? That's for her to answer, or that's for other people to answer. I mean, after you give a fantabulous score and we not repeat it, you have to ask the producer director, not Anu Malik. As far as I'm concerned, I give my best to everybody. I'm not a person who compromises on his work at all. When I was working on Laga Haisha, I had also the distributors and exhibitors in mind. I felt this is the time where, you know, the people who actually release the film are very important. Sure. And they're the ones, like I've grown up on this word, CPCI, Rajasthan, Delhi, UP, Bihar. I've grown up on the fact that the Punjab distributor, I hope he comes and makes money. My producer should make money, my director should feel that he's lived the film, and I'm not going to ask any producer director, and I don't blame them also. I think the industry is such. कभी आपको आसमान पे चढ़ा देती है, कभी ज़मीन पे ले आती है. So finally, I wouldn't want to be broken. I wanted to keep on working. And I approached the right man, and I'm very glad that I got a film. And I'm also very happy with the response to the music and the way people are reacting to the music. My biggest concern was I didn't want to let Aditya Chopra down at any cost.
What is your personal most satisfying song from this album?
Before
if
we
you
go
can
on to the
just-
personal satisfying song, I would say the entire soundtrack. There's a reason. When I met Sharath, when I met Manish, and I was told about the script of the film, they said this is based in Haridwar. What happens is today there is something called "Koi bolta hai hit gana de do." Sharath, Manish Sharma never asked me for a hit song. They asked me for a song that goes with the feel of the film, and I understood. Banaras hai, Haridwar hai. How do you come out with a number that lives up to the storytelling? It's in Haridwar, 1994. He runs a cassette shop. He loves Kumar Shanu's voice. He's grown up on Annu Malik's music and all the 90s and Shanu. I thought, okay, fine. They said, this could come easy for you, that we want two numbers that make us remember the 1994s. But we also want contemporary songs. So we have a Momo Ke Dhage, we have a Dam Laga Ki Haisha, we have a Sundar Sushil. But how do you do that? So I had to walk a tight rope. I had to see that I could give you the 90s feel also, and I could give you, the listeners, the youngsters especially, today's song. And in fact, the reaction to Momo Ke Dhage is just amazing. There were many tunes that were made and rejected by Sharath and Manish. And finally, we used to take it to Adi sir, who used to react. And I was to wait for his reaction. How is he going to react to the songs? There's a trivia in this also. It's the first time. You see, in a YRF film, you have Lata ji's voice coming. Whenever you have that YRF logo coming in. But that is, now
After
this time we have
60
used,
years, it's going to be two.
It's an alap.
Alap of two.
From the alap and the two. Because I just sang this to Sharath and Manish. Hey, 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 turururu, hey, hey, ta, ra, ra, ri, ra.
क्या बात?
And after that, I brought my whistle. Tururari, ra, ra, tururari. De ra ra re ra ra re re re, and I brought in strings. Ra re ra re ra ra. They loved it. And then Shanu comes in. Tu dun 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 tu dun 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 dun. मेरे सारे इम्तिहानों का जवाब तू.
क्या बात?
The way it was sung. And even Adi, when he heard it, he said, the way that whistle comes in, that's from my heart. Somehow I felt they wanted a composer who could come out from his heart in the world of Logic, Cubase, Pro Tools, total synthesizers, sound designing. Somehow everyone is now doing the same thing. You got to come out with something that comes from my heart. I thank Saraswati Ma that I had to struggle all throughout my career, because when I was struggling, I was with, I was facing R.D. Burman, my guru. I was facing Karanji Anaji. I was facing LP. A boy of 12 years carrying his harmonium and trying to ask for work in front of these great masters. I think the knocks on the head made me what I am. Finally, the hunger has made me give this music. I'll give you a small trivia of Kumar Shanu also.
जी.
मेरे पास काम नहीं है. After 10 years, I get a film. In between, I had done one song here, two songs here. You might have heard of. Annu Malik was doing what the director was wanting. How? यार कोई item गाना दे दे. यहाँ वो लड़की नाचेगी. यहाँ वो होगा. That's not me. I was doing it because I just had to float, keep my head above water. I would have drowned. And I didn't want to lose faith in my tunes. I didn't want to lose faith in my work. What happened was, when Shanu walked in, I called him, Shanu, मैं शाम को आजा. At 4:35, he came to my house. When he walked into my sitting room, he was shaking like a fig leaf.
My God.
Kumar Shanu, the man with the golden voice, the legend, and he didn't know that even I was shaking like a fig leaf. Why? Because मुझे भी बहुत मुश्किल से फिल्म मिली थी. So there were two people who were completely nervous, looking at each other, the ones who ruled the 90s. I said, Shanu, bet. I could sense his discomfort and his uneasiness and his fear. I started talking to him about, यार कैसे 90s में गाने होते थे, ये है वो. I said, I had to take stock of the situation and I had to understand that I have got to now help him. The first dialogue which I told him, I said, Shanu, you are singing this song. Nobody else is going to sing this song. He calmed down. Because then he started saying, Dada, what happens is, Uddab ho jata hai gana. I said, no one is checking you. You are Kumar Shanu. This entire confidence was given to me by Aditya Chopra, Manish Sharma and Sharath, that you are doing the film. What happens is when you're doing a film, when you're about to record a song, half the time you're worried कि पीछे और कोई संगीतकार खड़ा हुआ है जो आपका काम छीन लेगा.
सही बात.
Someone is judging you. So I calmed him down and I said, now listen to this. खुदा से ज़्यादा तुम पे एतबार करते हैं, गुनाह है जान के भी बार बार करते हैं.
क्या बात है.
तू मेरी है प्रेम की भाषा, लिखता हूँ तुझे रोज जरा सा, कोरे कोरे कागज जिन पे बेकस लिखता हूँ ये खुलासा, तुमसे मिले दिल में हुआ दर्द करारा, जीने लगा वो ही जिसे इश्क ने मारा. This song came in yesterday with 1,000 views. It has crossed more than 3 lakhs in just 24 hours. I think this is God, and this is the fact that people were hungry for melody. People were thirsty for melody. I took Sadhna Sargram to sing this song, and they both sound so fabulous together.
You have been accused of plagiarism as well at times, that आपने certain गानों से आप inspired हुए हैं. You've answered that.
I think it's a foolish question. You should not be asking me that. When on one side you keep on praising me and saying, Anu Malik, you're an outstanding man with Janim and this and that. And then you ask me a question, now what about Laga ki Haisha? You should be talking about the fact that a man could come out with such a stupid questions don't make me happy. They are stupid questions. They should be stopped.
No, basically I'm saying that in the past.
You are talking something what others are saying. You should be talking about the fact that what about Laga ki Haisha? How is the music of Laga ki Haisha? Why are people praising it? They're not stupid. If you see the comments, you'll be surprised at the comments. You can't buy the comments of the people and the love of the people. They're the very ones who once upon a time criticized you, are the very people who are saying you're outstanding. Why? Why? You can't write about that. You should be talking about that everyone is talking about Laga ki Haisha music. Everyone is saying that Anu Malik is sounding like one of the young Turks. I take it as a personal compliment, and I'm very happy because I worked my heart out. And this is me. And a huge banner like YRF signs you up is because they believe in you. You know, they had a choice of 1,000 of composers. They sign up. Aditya Chopra signed me up because he believed that Anu Malik can deliver. This is the film for him. And I would give out of 100, I would give Aditya Chopra 80% of the credit for the music because he signed me. I would give Manish and Sharat the rest, and I would just say I was in the right place at the right time because of God. I wouldn't take credit for it. I just worked hard for it.
Mamta Sharma has said that, believe it or not, he can compose 4 to 5 songs at the same time.
एक काम करते हैं. So as far as my music is concerned, you give me one word right now and I show how original I am. चलो आप, I don't know what's in your mind. So what you do is, let's for the listeners out there know what Anu Malik is all about. आप बताइए कोई word दीजिए. आप कोई sentence दीजिए. I don't know what's in your mind. I don't know what these guys are thinking. और पीछे, let me tell the people who are watching me on camera, there are 30 people behind the camera who are wondering what Anu Malik is all about. तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ मैं क्या चीज़ हूँ. आप मुझे word दीजिए.
मैं कोई शेर आपको दूँ? शेर.
आप जो बोलना है बोलिए. This is not a magic going on. This is just to tell the world कि हर बार मेरा इम्तिहान लेते हैं और इल्ज़ाम लगाते हैं. And after such super hit music like दम लगा के हाइशा, he is going to write some words right now, मुझे पता नहीं क्या है, and I'm going to give you an answer. शुरू हो जाइए.
नहीं, मैं आपको शेर बताता हूँ कि कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना तेरी जुबान से सुनो.
कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना
तेरी जुबान से सुनो.
So I didn't know he's going to ask me this or tell this. कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना तेरे नाम से,
तेरी जुबान से सुनो.
नाम अपना तेरे जुबान से सुन लो. And a tune is being born. कितनी मासूम
सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना.
कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना तेरी जुबान से सुन लूं. कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम अपना तेरी जुबान से सुन लूं. तुरुरुरु तुरु तुरुरुरु. So this will tell you, this is the talent called Anu Malik. I just made the song right now. He wrote, कितनी मासूम सी तमन्ना है, नाम तेरा अपनी जुबान से सुन लूं. तुरु 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 तुरुरुरु. Do you have an answer to this?
No, in fact, sir, you got my question a bit wrong.
No. We'll talk about it later on. आपको क्या लगा इसके बारे में?
बेहतरीन है सर, बेहतरीन है बहुत.
तो आप खुल के तारीफ करिए. आपने कैमरा बंद
देखिए. It's beautiful actually. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's no doubt.
अच्छा और एक दीजिए. अभी आपने ये दिया ना?
जी.
आपके शो अच्छा हो रहा है. कुछ और बताइए. This is one tune which I made right now. Give me another word. ये आपकी लिखी हुई नहीं है.
मेरे फादर की लिखी हुई है. मैं आपको कोई एक और शेर सुनाता हूँ. जो चाहती दुनिया है वो मुझसे नहीं होगा. समझौता कोई ख्वाब के बदले नहीं होगा.
All the rights belong to me and to YRF because YRF करवा रहा है इंटरव्यू. जो चाहती दुनिया है वो मुझसे नहीं होगा. जो चाहती है दुनिया वो मुझसे नहीं होगा. जो चाहती है दुनिया वो मुझसे नहीं होगा. समझौता कोई ख्वाब के बदले नहीं होगा. समझौता कोई ख्वाब के बदले नहीं होगा. इसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे? बेहतरीन अमेजिंग साहब. बेहतरीन इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल बेहतरीन तारीफ. It is outstanding because this was made. I didn't even know that it is in his head. It was made now. So all you guys who start thinking, अन्नू मलिक ट्यून कैसे बनाता है? It comes out right now. And please for God's sake, it is the perception. लोग कुछ लिख देते थे मेरे बारे में और आप सुन के बोलने लग जाते थे. Now proof of the pudding lies in the eating. This is Annu Malik. This is me. Okay, got it? Thank you.
There has been, I think, a huge dichotomy as far as Annu Malik is concerned. You've given a lot of like item songs and like say जो जिसको कहते हैं कि चलते फिरते जो गाने होते हैं एंड फास्ट पेस एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. बट जो मेलोडी की आपने बात करी, अगर रेफ्यूजी की अगर गानों की बात करी जाए, आई थिंक वो सर वो जिंदा रहेंगे. वो जिंदा रहेंगे जो उसमें मेलोडी जिस तरीके से है. या फिर जाने मन की अगर बात करें, you know देयर आर सर्टन या मैं हूं ना का टाइटल ट्रैक
डायरेक्टर्स लाइक
वो जिंदा रहेंगे हमेशा सर.
द वंस हु गिव मी वर्क लाइक बॉर्डर.
लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन सर ये था कि डाइकोटमी कैसे है, मतलब दैट समवेयर दैट कहीं ना कहीं सर्वाइवल जो है और जो आपके दिल में जो एक बेसिक एक मेलोडी है उसके बीच में जो टसल अनु मलिक कर रहा है उसके बारे में कुछ अगर
That's not a tussle. I think you're talking about the films like Border, Refugee, LOC Kargil, and Aks, and Filhal, and Fiza, and Ashoka, and Janeman.
Filhal was beautiful, sir.
Yeah, and you're also talking about Judwa. You're talking about Janam Samjha Karo. You're talking about songs like Uchiye Building Lift Teri Bandar. Let me explain to you what Annu Malik is all about. I'm a big fan of R.D. Burman. When I was young, say about 9 years or 10 years, I heard this song. Dang 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 dang. Say, what is this? A 9-year-old guy hearing dum maro dum taka 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 dum dum tak. I started asking people, what is this soul rhythm? Dum dum tak kuch tak dum dum tak kuch. ये क्या है? And the same guy gives you Chingari koi. So I said, who's this composer? But that is R.D. Burman. And the same guy gives you, Oh Hasina Zulfo Mali. And the same guy gives you songs of Ijazat. So yesterday, somebody wrote on the net, when we heard Momo Ke Dhage, it brought back the great glorious days of R.D. Burman and Gulzar. Annu Malik and Varun, you are here to stay. I think that's a huge compliment. Because if you can give a Judwa, you can give a Border, you can give an Aks, you can give a Ishara, you can give a Sundar Sushil, and you can also give a Momo Ke Dhage. I believe that's what music is all about. You got to be a complete composer. You got to give the entire soundtrack. I believe in that. I believe, ये नहीं आजकल तो एक गाना किसी का हिट होता है and they go around shouting from the roof, ये मेरा गाना है, ये मैंने किया है. I think we should have done that publicity many years back. जब हम लोग गरम चाय की प्याली करते थे तो हम लोग गाना रिकॉर्ड करके भाग जाते थे. हो गया गाना हो गया, हम लोग वहाँ चिल्लाना चाहिए था, ये मेरा गाना है, ये वो. हमने किया नहीं वो.
Right.
You know, now तो एक गाना कर दो तो लोग पागल हो जाते हैं. When I got the national award for refugee, I had to go around shouting from the rooftop. But now today when anyone gets an award, they हंगामा हो जाता है. Then I said, भैया ये दुनिया बदल चुकी है. But finally, I believe in what YRF does. I believe in silence. I believe in now. Many people didn't even know I'm working on Laga ki Haisha. It just came out of the blue and they're just now phoning me up. I believe now that it's your work that speaks for yourself. Fine, it's not about shouting from the rooftops. And I've got so many films. It's what you're doing, with whom you're working, and how you're working.
Great. Now, So there have been many stories that you made people and producers listen to your tunes in washrooms and on car bonnets.
You're right. I do that. I don't deny that I've gone around, stopped the car and started playing on the bonnet of the car. Because let me tell you something, for the last 10 years I was still doing the same thing. I would stop a producer, director and say, sir, mujhe kaam chahiye. You can make stories out of it, but basically, मैं काम का पुजारी हूँ. Basically, I love work. Basically, I believe that God has given me talent to be given to the world to hear.
Right.
So if I'm going to meet you somewhere and you're a producer who can give me work, I'm going to hum my tunes to you. Because I am a tune smith. I don't sit on a synthesizer with an atmosphere of great sound production and I impress you with sound. I impress you first with the mukhra. Sundar Sushil thodi special dhoondenge. That's the tune. Not temporary, permanent dhoondenge. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na. Then the sound comes in. That's me. That's the way I was, I am, and I shall always be.
So what are you doing next after this?
Well, I'm looking forward. My dream is to work with, there are 2-3 directors. I'm a big fan of Aditya Chopra sahab. And I pray to God one day, aisa bhi waqt aaye, ki I work for this great man as a composer under his direction. Very excited about Hera Fairy 3,
right,
which is starting very soon, produced by Feroz Nadadwala. So I'm excited about that. In the meantime, I gave one mukhra for my friend Feroz Nadadwala for Welcome Back.
Welcome Back.
And that song will be very talked about with that film only. But then I insisted on Feroz that if I ever work now, I'm going to work on the full film. Because that's the way I'm going to be. I'm not going to give this half mukhra here and do tukda there. That's not me. I'm not very comfortable in that. So if any director wants to approach me, I hope they can give me a full film because I can give my best then. I would rather work with banners like YRF. There is Izzat, and Izzat se badi koi cheez nahi hoti.
And what about reality shows? So you'll continue doing that?
Reality shows are a part of my life. I did 6 seasons of Indian Idol, 4 seasons of Entertainment ke liye kuch bhi karega. Obviously, if somebody approaches me, I mean, that's something which I love also doing because that Indian Idol gave a face to my music. I mean, if you know that people started recognizing me more after when they saw me and my shairis and my masti and all that and my honesty. So that's the way I am. I am what I am because of my music. I believe that my journey has just begun. I would call Dam Laga Ke Haisha my first film. I don't want to think about what I achieved in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s. I would say what I'm achieving now in 2015 with Dam Laga Ke Haisha, that's very important.
So amongst all your films that you've done so far, what has been your most satisfying work so far? And your most favorite song composed by?
I would say today
apart from Dam Laga Ke Haisha.
No, I would talk about Dam Laga Ke Haisha. But I would say today, Momo Ke Dhage is very close to my heart. One, because if you note the entire album, I've got very different set of singers. You have Kumar Shanu, whom we needed for this 1994 feel. But there is Papon, who I think is one of the most fine singers that we have. There is Monali Thakur, who I promised 4 years back, I'll give you a song. We discovered her in Indian Idol. There is Sadhna Sargam. There is Noora Sisters. There is Kailash Kher. There is Malini Avasti. There is Rahul Ram, who sang that.
Rahul Ram of Indian Ocean.
Yeah. I liked his akhada voice. Sundar Sushil thodi special dhoondenge. I love all this. Not a temporary, especially the antara. Shimla khulu manali jo sang jaye. I said, yeah, kamal hai, alag awaaz hai. And that voice appealed to me because that song needed that voice. So I loved it.
And any of your favorite songs, if you'd like to say?
Yeah, there are a lot of my favorite songs, but I think I still got a long way to go in terms of great songs. I like the work I've done for Shah Rukh in Ashoka. Roshni se bhare bhare naina tere. I think that song really stands the test of time.
Absolutely. You've done many films together and you share the birthday.
I love Shah Rukh. You
share the birthday as well.
Yeah, I just love him. And we've had some great journeys, right from Bazigar to Mehuna to Ashoka to Duplicate.
Badshah.
To Badshah. Yeah. We both are November 2. We both are
Josh as well.
Josh. We both are November 2. We both are Scorpions. We both understand each other. We both are very strong-willed people.
Would like to work with Shah Rukh? Many of you...
Yeah, of course. I would love to work with Shah Rukh. I love Shah Rukh. I love Shah Rukh as a human being. I love all the 3 Khans actually. If you go back to Amir, and I've done some great work in Akele Hum Akele Tumhe Amir and Ishq. I've done some great work for Salman, and right from Jodwa to Janam Samjha Karo to BB Number 1. And he takes those songs, even when he dances today also, in spite of having so many hit songs, he never forgets to Jeene Ke 4 Din or A Garam Chai Ki Pyali or Uchi Hai Building. So I think it's a great journey. I've loved Akshay's relationship with me. I mean, चुरा के दिल मेरा गोरिया चली से लेकर मैं खिलाड़ी तो नाड़ी. We've got some great work together. I'm very excited with Ayushmann. I think he's a great actor and he's done a fabulous job. So my journey seems to be starting now. I feel hopefully I would keep my fingers crossed and pray to all the gods and to the people of India that please go and see the film Dam Laga Ke Haisha on February 27. It's a fabulous film. I've seen it. We have all seen it. And it should be loved by the people.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for being on BollywoodHungama, and looking forward to Dam Laga Ke Haisha and much more work from you.
Yeah, so it's called BollywoodHungama, right? So there's only one man who can do Hungama. Who did it? Malik. Take care. Enjoy the interview.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chale, bye for me.
That's all we have from BollywoodHungama. Keep on watching. Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to BollywoodHungama. Keep on watching.